I'm Dr. Orion Taraban, and this is Psychacks, Better Living Through Psychology. And the topic of today's short talk is the myth of closure. Closure is something we all seek after to varying degrees in the wake of a significant relationship rupture. And we have all of these fantasies, typically propagated by popular culture, about what closure looks like. And it's often the case that heartbroken folks looking for closure can attempt to restage their own versions of these Hollywood scenes, usually with disastrous results, as the other person generally hasn't read the same script. I'm sure you can picture it. The former lovers come back together. The truth is finally revealed. The remaining questions are finally answered. The long sought-after apology is offered. The loose ends are tied up, and both parties are open and honest about their true feelings for each other. And as a result, the two former lovers are able to move forward on their respective paths of life without looking back. The issue is that this doesn't happen in real life. And this is because closure does not come from another person. If you need closure from somebody, then whether you like it or not, you're putting this somebody in a position of power relative to you, as you've decided that they now have the ability to bestow or withhold a desired good. The idea is to take that power back by seeking closure in ourselves. The fact of the matter is that we do not need the other person to experience a feeling of closure with respect to a relationship. This is because closure is not when all the loose ends are tied up and all the lingering questions are answered. That never happens. That never happens. Closure occurs when we internally decide we're ready to move on. It's easy to say, it's not always easy to do, but that's the truth. Closure occurs when you make the decision that you're ready to move on. It's so simple, and that's why people miss it. Think about it. What would actually happen if the former lover came back and told you all of the things that you had been waiting and hoping for them to say? You might imagine that upon hearing their apology or confession, that all of the confusion and pain and resentment that you've been harboring for months or years just disappears, like some kind of magic spell. However, that's absolutely not what actually happens. A much more likely response, especially from someone who hasn't yet healed and sought closure in himself or herself, is, "You asshole! You think you can just waltz back into my life, say I'm sorry, and expect to live happily ever after? Take away my pain and give me back my time." You see? That's the proof that closure doesn't depend on the other person's behavior. If it did, then the apology or the confession would immediately resolve the inner turmoil, and we know that it doesn't. I suppose it's nice to hear. However, if we don't heal ourselves first, their words probably won't change a thing. Hopefully that was helpful. If you have a topic you'd like discussed in a future episode, or you'd like to schedule a consultation, you can reach me at psychackspodcast@gmail.com. Talk to you soon.